Yeah, there you go. You got two questions.
Adrian, can I get your initial thoughts on the result tonight?
Obviously, incredibly disappointing. Had enough chances to have won the game, and we've given 3 really poor goals away. Penalties our fault. Bongi and DJ both went for the same ball, lack of communication, and then Dane should probably save the third. So, as you've heard me say a lot of times, concede 3 goals, you won't win too many games. But we've had enough chances to have won the game.
In the second half, you made the choice to bring on Franco Fragapane at the striker position instead of Mender Garcia. What went into that choice?
Well, we thought that there was plenty of space in behind their midfield play, and we thought that if Ray was on the field, Jimenez has been generally getting attached to Ray, and we just thought that if he gets attached to Franco, it might release Ray with a little bit more space. So, yeah, you make them decisions, but at the end of the day, as I say, I can look back at our performance and look at how we've played, and there's been a lot of good stuff. But I think by the standards that we've set ourselves the last few weeks, I don't think we ever reached them standards tonight. I thought our final ball in the box in the first half was pretty poor.
When I spoke with you yesterday, you said that Mickey Tapias had not done a lot all week, and you didn't expect him to play today. Obviously, he started, went 90 minutes. What went into that choice, and was there ever a moment where you thought maybe Brent Coleman or Kervin Arriaga would slot in?
Well, yeah, a little bit, but Mickey said he was fine. He said he's had no reaction to the 2 or 3 days training he's had, and he's played a lot of football since he's been here. So, we weren't worried about his physical capabilities. So, yeah, made a decision that, to bring Mickey in, play him on that left-hand side, and then we moved the Bassi across.
So we were given an update on DJ Taylor outside by both Will and an MNUFC spokesperson. Initially, we saw Kai Kamara make contact with DJ's face prior to heading the ball. Was there a conversation with VAR during the chaos that was weather delay, celebrations, fans evacuating?
I don't think so. Obviously, one of the new rules is you can't speak to the officials at any stage. During the game, during the 90 minutes and at half time. Obviously, Kai hasn't meant that. It's one of them accidents, freak accidents, and with the studs or lack of studs and what we wear these days, the slippers that the players wear, it does. The lacerations actually do become very dangerous at times with them.
Coach, we've got 2 questions on Zoom.
Yep.
First question we'll take is from John Lupo. Go ahead, John.
Thank you. Adrian, despite the defeat, you have qualified for the next round. So when you evaluate these 2 matches as a whole, what are you most pleased with, and what do you think you have to work on in order to be able to progress in the tournament as you get to the knockout stages?
Well, obviously, we've got to wait and see who we get if we get through. Obviously, I don't think we're mathematically completely there, are we?
Yeah, there was a tweet on the League Cup Twitter that you are.
Really? So it doesn't really matter what the game is. Obviously, it'd be nice to have a home game. What am I pleased about? I think our attacking play has been good. It was the other night against Puebla. I think in the first half, we moved the ball really well. We got ourselves in really good positions and let ourselves down with a mixture of a little bit of wayward finishing and the final ball not being as good as it could have been.
You mentioned to me not long ago that Hassani is really starting to look really good. How did you feel that he looked tonight? It seemed like another strong performance on his part.
I thought he arguably could have been our best player this evening. He's got that zip back in his legs, and he looks as though he's got that power back as well, which is a real plus for him in his game. When he's at his best, he drives with the ball, and he looks like he's got that going again at the moment. So, another big, strong performance by him.
We'll take a question on Zoom from Alejandro Romero. Go ahead, Alejandro.
Hey, Coach. Good to talk to you. Just to add a little bit to the second to last question that was asked. Possible opponents for the next round could be Mexican Giant America and also Carlos Cruz. when you've seen the last 2 games of what your team has done, and also the last few weeks, you've been doing really good in MLS, getting back some players that are also like fit and also like recovering their full potential. What do you think are you capable of maybe doing against this possible two rivals?
Yeah, whoever we play, I've been really impressed with the job that Wilfred Nancy's done there this year. They're a good team to watch. They're a difficult team to play against. They spread you out, and they've got good players on the ball. They've got, obviously, the likes of Chucho up front, and they've got Zalarayan and, Christian. Obviously, that would be a big game for him if he was to play us. And then I've just been watching the game, and Club America looked very, very strong, looked really, really good in the game this evening. Got pace and power up front and a lot of creativity in midfield. So whoever we get, hopefully we'll get a home game. And if we do, I think we'll give a good account of ourselves. But whoever we get, we're going to have a tough night on for sure.
Adrian, a couple updates on players here. The likes of Songbin, Kamar Lawrence, and then the status of Ethan Bristow's visa.
Well, he's just waiting for he's had his appointment. He's got all his paperwork in. He's just waiting to receive his passport back. That could be, Sangbin was 5 days. I think Timu was 2. So you never know. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because we'd like to get him back in the fold. Kimo wasn't available for selection this evening, and Sangbin has improved.
Any direct timeline on Songbin's availability?
Well, we may be. I don't know whether next weekend will be a bit too early, but I would think certainly in the next 2 weeks he will be back and available.
Adrian, it was 0-0 at the half, and then obviously it opened up a lot in the second half. From your vantage point, what changed in the second half for that game just to suddenly open up the way it did, and what happened defensively, maybe perhaps breakdown for you guys to allow 3 in the second half?
Yeah, poor goals. I just said before, I think all 3 were avoidable. We don't need to make the challenge on Gutierrez, Bongi, and DJ lack of communication. And then, it's a decent header from Kai, but the way Dane's been playing, I expected him to save it. We had a good attacking play in the second half, the way we did in the first, but we took the opportunities that come our way. This is not a game. This is a game we shouldn't have lost this evening. This is on us, and I'm sure that Frank will be delighted for them. And I did say before the game, I think they're much improved. I think Frank's done a great job with them. They're a good side. They use the ball very well, and they have enough threats. But over the 90 minutes, we did more than enough to have won the game.
Adrian, looking ahead to your possible opponents, it's already been mentioned, the Crew or Club America. If Club America does take first in their group and you happen to take second, you do have hosting rights due to them being a Liga MX side. Would you say you're kind of rooting for Club America to get a game back here at Allianz Field now?
Oh, for sure, yeah. And, I think I'm not the only coach who wants to stay here and not be travelling. Columbus are really, really good at home as well. So it would be nice to whoever we play to play here. Because if we play well, we're more than capable of beating anybody here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. You too, especially you two. Yeah?